The Bells, 2010, Richard Harvell's historical novel, follows the life of a castrated opera singer with remarkable hearing who becomes famous across Europe despite the mystery of how he fathered a child. Harvell's debut work, which was nominated for the 2010 Goodreads Choice Award, is praised for its musical narrative and intricate character development. Critics have noted that the novel contains one of the most powerful castration scenes in literature. Harvell, an American writer with a background in English literature from Dartmouth, moved to Switzerland, where the Swiss Alps inspired the novel's setting in the 18th century. The story centers on Nicolas Froben, who is perplexed by the mystery of his birth. His father, Moses Froben, lost his manhood years earlier and cannot explain how he fathered Nicolas. Instead, Moses writes a letter to his son, recounting his life story. Moses begins by describing his origins. His mother was a deaf woman from a small Swiss village who rang the church bells each day, producing extraordinary sounds that shaped Moses' childhood. Despite her disability, she communicated only with Moses, never speaking of his father. Moses cannot ask the villagers about his father, as they refuse to tell him anything. Moses, blessed with remarkable hearing, becomes an expert eavesdropper, learning the village's secrets, including the shocking revelation that the local priest who had taken advantage of his mother is his father. The priest abandoned her, and Moses feels he cannot expose the truth, fearing no one would believe him. Though his mother is the bell ringer, her meager income leaves them struggling, and they are scorned by the villagers. After his mother's death, the situation worsens. The priest finally admits he is Moses' father and attempts to murder him by drowning him in a river. However, two monks passing by rescue Moses. The monks, who share a secret love affair, are forced to hide their relationship from the abbot, but when he discovers their secret, they are shamed. With nowhere else to turn, they return to the monastery, where their lives continue in secrecy and hardship. The monks take Moses with them, and he spends his days singing, praying, and playing music, delighting them with his extraordinary talent. Though they are curious about his background, Moses refuses to speak of his parents, ashamed of his father and unwilling to reveal his painful past. Despite his desire to keep his heritage hidden, his musical gifts cannot be concealed. The choirmaster is captivated by Moses' voice and falls in love with it. For a time, Moses finds peace at the monastery, but once he reaches puberty, his voice begins to change. Desperate to preserve its purity, the choirmaster secretly has Moses castrated. Castration is reviled in Switzerland, and Moses dares not speak of it, fearing ridicule. He becomes miserable, resenting his talent and the life it has given him. One day, Moses falls in love with a beautiful woman. He watches her from afar, knowing he cannot have children and that his condition will always keep him from a normal life. The woman loves him in return but mistakes his aloofness for indifference, and she marries another. Meanwhile, the monastery's secret about the two gay monks is discovered, and the abbot expels them. With nowhere to turn, Moses is left alone, isolated and despairing. He cannot remain at the abbey any longer. Determined to forge a new life, Moses heads to Vienna, a city where castrated musicians are revered. There he adopts a new identity as Svizzero, abandoning his past and refusing to speak of it. Although he longs for love and friendship, he knows he can never have a family. Audiences flock to hear him sing, and while he is admired for his talent, admiration cannot fill the void of love. In Vienna, Moses seeks out the two monks who saved him as a child. They are still together, deeply in love. Moses also finds new musical opportunities and rises to fame throughout Europe. Despite his success, something is still missing. He yearns to find his former love, Amalia, and when he does, he discovers that she is unhappy in her marriage, though she now has a young son, Nicolas. Moses confesses the truth about his castration, believing she deserves to know. She admits that she still loves him, and they run away together, taking Nicolas with them. Although Moses is not Nicolas's biological father, he raises the boy as his own. Now, Moses feels it is time to reveal the truth to Nicolas about his heritage. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.